Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Stencil Saturday video. This week we're working again with the cross squares stencil, and this time we're not going to stitch any of the lines on the stencil at all. We're simply going to use these as a guide to add in some free motion ferns. And so I guess kind of what we're going to do is we're going to, if you look here, this has, the horizontal lines. We're going to use that as if it were the spine, and we're going to travel along that and add our little ferns into these areas to fill these up. And then we'll work back the opposite direction. So the one thing we will need to do, because this line is only between every other on point square, is I do need to mark in a spine. So like in this one, I do need to add a line, so I'm just going to use a ruler and a chalk marker and give myself a little line there. And that's kind of the only one I need to mark, because up here we're going to start at the top and we have this line. Then, oh no, we need one in there too. What am I thinking? We need one right there too. So just line that up and mark that in. Oh, and I guess I need one down here too. And what we are going to do too is alternate the direction for each row. So we're going to start right up here in the top corner. And if some of your leaves kind of go beyond the stencil lines, like I say all the time, it really doesn't, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to get rid of these stencil markings and no one's going to know that you went past the line. And we're just going to stitch and fill this in. We're going to kind of take these little fern leaves out to fill in each of these. In this top, because it's the top, we're just going to do one side as we go across. So I'm just going to do these kind of small. So you see I'm just working up right to those lines. Go out. Right into the next one. And those little triangles are really just a guide to let me know where I'm stitching to. So I'm going to travel down, and then this line that I marked in, we're going to travel along this as the spine, and this time we're going to go out to each side. We're going to do both sides, and I like to go, you could do all of one and then work your way back. I like to do both sides as I go, just kind of so that it's all done once I get to the other side. And I'm not going to worry about stitching this, because you'll see, so we're going to go out here, and as we come back in to go across to the other side, you're really going to kind of form that spine. And I'm just going to travel right into the next one. And this is something you could do even if you have a smaller stencil. If you wanted to do it even smaller, that would work as well. And I'm just going out to that line. That's my guide, so I know where to stop. And it's kind of nice because it's going to make them look like they interlock here where they're coming up to each other. Right into the next one. And then I'm going to come out, and for this next row, we're going to work back the other direction. And I think it really makes them look interlocked nice when you switch up your stitching direction for every other one. Every other one. And right into the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch the rest of these. Okay, now that that is done, I really like this design because it would work really well as a background fill without being something that you have to think too much about, because you just kind of travel along lines and fill in areas. And then in the end, you get this really pretty flowing, it doesn't look like rows because they're interlocked every other row. I think it's just really pretty and really simple to stitch. And the other thing to keep in mind is that it doesn't need to be these fern leaves. You could have easily put some tiny little feathers along these spines as well. So I hope you like that design and you might give it a try, and I will see you next week. Bye.